Hey everybody, it's Monday morning. Thank goodness it's Monday. The market's back open and we're back at it. So I'm just making a quick video here this morning. I wanted to just kind of update you on a new series that I'm putting together and we'll be including here. I've been getting a lot of offline questions through my newsletter on just kind of like the basics of options, like what is this strategy, what is that strategy. And so I'm in the process of recruiting a guy who is sort of like what I consider the master, the guru of the gurus. No, he's not a guru. He's just a really smart dude, totally understands options, and most importantly, unlike myself, he has a great way of communicating it, a great way of explaining it in detail that's easy to understand. He doesn't stumble all over his words or stutter like me. So what I'm looking to be doing here is including him in on these, including just real short kind of tutorials that will be interspersed amongst my other video content that I make. Maybe like an opening segment or a segment in the middle, cutaway to, or a sidebar to my options trading genius guy. So what I'm looking for is just for content ideas. If you could just include down below in the comments, what are some of the questions you have? I mean, you can go ahead and go as deep as you want, but I'm sort of just thinking, starting off with some very simple, basic concepts that I'm just assuming. Here, there's this thing called the curse of knowledge. And the curse of knowledge is when someone becomes so used to or has done something for so long, they sort of forget what it's like to be a newbie coming into the scene. And they can't really see the potential hurdles or problems or questions just because, like for myself, I've been doing this for 20 years and it's hard for me to remember back the very beginning and get a good idea of what were the main questions that needed to be addressed. So a lot of times with these videos, I'll just kind of like rattle off all these terms and I'll just kind of speed through it just because I'm just kind of like my second language now. I understand it. I've been doing this for so long. I've been using these terms for so long, and it sucks for the newer person because they don't understand it's like all Greek. It's like all Greek to them. It's like I'm talking a different language. And so I'm just going to open up the comment section for any kind of question you have whatsoever. And again, you can go as deep as you want for your more experienced traders, but I'd really like for the newbies and the folks who don't really have a lot of options trading experience and who have a bunch of questions not to feel bashful about asking. There's no stupid question here. We can go as basic and simple as we need. Just ask me whatever you're confused about. Include them in the comments, or you can just email them to me if you'd like. And if you'd like to email them to me, maybe we can even get on the phone and talk personally. I can get a better idea of what the question is and how to best answer it. So if you'd like to email me, just go over to my website, join my free newsletter. After you join the newsletter, you'll get a welcome email. Just reply back to that welcome email and say, I have questions, and just state your question, or just state your phone number. I'll just give you a call back. I get pretty lonely here during the day when there's nobody around. All the kids are at school. The way I trade is very passive and there's not a lot to do. So I'd love to get on the phone with you and just kind of meet you, learn more about you, and talk shop, find out more about your experience and what your question is that I can then pass off and create these little video segments to my options genius guy. So I think this will be a lot of fun. It'll be cool to get a new face in here, a new point of view on all this. And again, this guy has a great, deep understanding of all this stuff. And the best part is that he knows how to communicate it and teach it very simply, simple enough for a fifth grader, which is kind of like my bar, because I'm not much smarter than a fifth grader when it comes down to it. And if he can explain it in simple enough terms as a fifth grader, then I think we're all good. So again, just leave those comments. I'd love to hear your questions, comments, or anything else you'd like to see me cover on these videos or make video content about. And I'll put together that list and we'll get going on this. And then real quickly, this is Monday morning. I just put on my first money glitch trade for the week. Here it is. You can see it. This was just freshly put on about 30 minutes ago. And what's cool about these two, and maybe I've addressed it in my previous channels, what's cool about these money glitch trades are that the pink line, so the pink line is the 0-day line. And if you look at it right now, it's already up at a profit of 35 bucks. And that's just because of the volatility moving around. You can see that the volatility here is 341 on this position, which technically means that if volatility goes up, the profit and loss will increase by 341 per point. If volatility goes down, it will decrease by 341 per point. But as you can see, the VIX is at 1318, which is super low. It may be like in the lowest range it's been all year. So if I had to guess one way or the other, I put my money on betting that volatility will not go too much lower and most likely will go up, which will just help this position. If volatility were to pop here, this trade could stay trading right where it's at in this same exact area, and this pink line would come up and we could even reach our profit target on this. So again, right now you can see there it is at 35, kind of popping around there. But 20 to 30 bucks in just 20 minutes just from volatility is cool. And again, the other thing about these trades, as we've seen in our past videos for these money glitch trades, if the SPX were to crash down, we're guaranteed to make at least 595 bucks on this position. If it were to race to the moon, up here we're guaranteed to make 2,388. The only problematic area I see in this trade is right here where we're trading it right now. But this position was put on intentionally right in that what could be a problem area, as I'm expecting a move one way or the other over the next couple days. And if not, we'll just have to manage and adjust this to address that. So this is one of my money glitch trades I have on for this week. This is for a smaller account that I have. It's just a one lot. Again, as you can see right now, the risk graph shows that there's no risk whatsoever. And even though it may look like a risk-free trade, there is potential risk in this, and that potential risk would be right in this area here, and it will come into play towards the end of this week. This is a 1 week trade. All right, that's it for today. If you'd like to follow along with me on this trade and my other trades, just make sure that you're subscribed below, or you can go to my website and join me there. I'll include a link to my website in the description below. And once you go over there, just join my free newsletter. After you join my free newsletter, you'll get a welcome email from me, and just reply back to that email with your questions you may have that we can have my new Option Genius guy answer and address for you. Or if you have any ideas for a particular type of trading content you'd like to see, or if nothing else, just to say, hey, what's up? And we'll go from there. All right, that's it for today. See you next time.